do today is we're gonna take your designs from Canva and we're gonna put them into Command so that you can use them. And it helps if I share my screen. I don't know, it might be helpful. So there we go. Let me make sure I can see everybody. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Just getting all my things up in case people jump in. Awesome. Okay. So what we're gonna do, does anyone have a design suite that they like, direct mailers, smart plan designs, social posts that they want to work with first?
Probably maybe smart plan, maybe show us a smart plan. I'm not trying to dictate for everyone. I'm learning, but smart plans will be the first way we probably coordinate this non-digital,
Yeah,
well, it's digital. I
yeah,
use Canva already a lot with digital like assets and things when we're doing videos, but
yeah.
I'd love to learn smart plan.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So I'm just going to use this little oyster roast kind of graphic that we've created kind of as my example. So we've got this graphic here. We want to add it to smart plan. The first thing you want to do with the smart plan is you do want to create a design in here in Command first. Um and so, because you want to make sure it can be emailed out, so you want to make sure it's specific to that kind of requirement. So I'm coming first to my designs
Okay.
and I'm going to create a design and I want to email design. So make sure you select email. I'm going to hit next. It gives me some options. Y'all, I am super big on just starting from scratch. um, so I'm super big from starting from scratch. So what I'm going to do in the top right, I'm just going to hit create a new design. And then this gives me a blank slate. When it comes to downloading the graphic from from Canva, I want to share it and download it as a PNG. Now I'm just going to do the first page here. So if you have multiple graphics, you're going to do it one by one. I'm just going to select my first page. I'm going to download this graphic as a PNG.
May I ask why you choose PNG over JPEG, please?
I don't have that's a great question and I don't have an answer. I just always choose PNG.
Oh, okay.
Um
So either one would work. It's just kind of whichever. Okay.
Yeah, I think PNG technically has a higher quality, like pixel per thing. But I'm not 100% sure. It just in Canva it says suggested for complex images and illustrations, and JPEG is best for sharing. So I'm like, I like it to be not that it's complex, but I just want it to come out clear. So in my
Okay.
mind, it comes out for pictures.
Thank you.
It's a great question. I should probably look that up. I'm gonna do deep dive on JPEG versus PNG later. So now that I've got that image downloaded, mine comes up here in my little download PNGs. And then what I do on back in designs, I'm gonna just pick my picture. These are the content boxes that you can use from. You can see there's different layouts that you can do. And I'm just gonna pick this little image option. I'm gonna drag and drop it. And these are the ones I've used before. So I'm gonna add a new image. And then I'm going to click and drag and drop my oyster roast image into here. You could do a couple images all at one time. So if you have like 5 or 6 that you want to do back to back, you can upload them all at one time. And then you just select the one picture that you want to drop in. So I can say oyster roast. Now I can do a little text box and say, please sign up for a shuckin' good time. And kind of edit this how I see fit. You can up the size on the text and everything like that. So that's how I get an image from Canva into here. I love these little design options in Command because I can you know, put picture. I can drop in this little button. I can say RSVP here. I can have it linked to a specific website. I can change the color of the container. It also lets me do the little clicky button so I can make it on point for color coding, and different things like that. So this is where I build it out. You do want to title it. So I'm going to say oyster roast, and I usually say one. For smart plans, I generally end up doing multiple emails. So I want to keep track of which email's number one, which email I want to come out second and third, and so on. So now I've got this email saved, Oyster Roast 1, coming to smart plans. So now I've got my emails all prepped and ready. And then I'm going to I'm going to create a new smart plan. I'm going to call this my Oyster Roast invite. I'm going to create this plan, and then I'm going to hit send an email. Day one, I want the email to go out. I'm going to drag and drop that email in here. Say, come join us for the oyster roast. And here is where I can choose, like, do I want a simple email that I can just type out, or do I want to pick a design? And then I'm going to select my oyster roast design. You can add any edits that you need to here. I'm going to save and close, and then that's the step. Is there any questions on kind of that cycle through? This is recorded, so it will go on the YouTube page later as well. But that's generally how I get it. If you look at this, like the client outreach for the food drive, essentially I just did 5 different emails, food drive 1. And I just took the images and dropped them in there. So, and that's why I emailed, like, I titled them different, food drive 2, food drive 3. So that way it's like, they're basically the same, but slightly different. So that way I can keep track of which one's going out on the list. So I generally download all the images from Canva as a PNG, create them as a email design in the design suite of command, and then I build out the smart plan is like the third step in that process. Okay. So I've got my Oyster Roast Smart Plan invite going out. Say I want to do direct mailers. I think I'm going to pivot to direct mailers next. The little microphone option applet in command, it's your campaigns. This is like your advertisement center. You can do paid ads, emails, direct mailers. I'm going to start with a direct mailer. So I'm going to create a campaign. I'm going to choose this direct mailer option. I'm going to say event, Oyster Roast invite. And I'm going to say it's an other type of event. We're going to create, and then overview, nothing to change there. The content, I want to upload a custom template. And this is going to give me the requirements that I need for this event. So I'm just going to do a little compact card size. It says width and height. Now, one thing about Command, it is a little particular. And the awesome part about this partnership is we have a pro Canva account. So I can resize this image to fit into this postcard requirement of 1875 pixels by 1275 pixels and whatnot. So I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to come here to my Oyster Roast. I'm going to hit this resize button, and I'm going to do a custom size. I'm going to change it to the pixel because I like the pixel. No reason for the preference there. I just think the pixels just a little, or pix is just a little bit more specific than inches. So I'm going to say, all right, width is 1875. I'm going to copy that in. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to get the height, 1275, copy, paste, and then I'm going to copy and resize. And it's going to give me a new copy of it. So this is going to be my, see how it's a little bit longer. It looks a little bit more postcardy. You might even go in and change the name of this one, but it changes the name up here. It just says the different size. I'm going to download page 1 as a PNG. Again, I just like the PNG. Now that's done downloading. I'm going to drop it into this front package here, and there's the front of my postcard. It's a little squished, but I think this just might be the preview because it came out really nice over here in Canva. And then you want to do the same thing for the back. I'm just going to go to the second image and download that one. If you want a back, you don't have to have a back, but I like a back. I think it's nice. Then I'm just going to drop that in here. It's already resized, and then I'm going to save that. So now I have my little direct mailer here. It's fit. I can customize it. You can, whatever kind of direct mailer you want to do. The market center, you've got your name, your office 29407 here. I'm gonna verify. Market center name's a little long. Keller Williams. I'm gonna say just West Ashley.
Holly, can I
Yes.
ask if can you zoom in on your shared screen for us? It's hard for me to see it still.
Oh no, you're fine. Is that a little bit better?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. All right. I do have to let me adjust my screen a little bit more so I can make sure I see you guys in any chats and see if anyone else is jumping in. Okay, cool. So yeah, Market Center, if you're in Charleston, West Ashley, I just get rid of the Charleston and Keller Williams, West Ashley. And then targeting is really cool on the direct mailers. You can target, like if you want to target a neighborhood, you can put in a street address and it'll kind of send around that address, or you can target your database and add the contacts that you want it to go to. If you target your database, obviously you need to have their address for this to work. And then the last item here for the direct mailers is like, how many do you want to go out? And so these are going out first class, 82 cents a pop, and then I can adjust the number that I want to go out based on my budget. You save and then you preview and payment, and then you can kind of go to the next screen from there. But that's how you get, if you're wanting to do a custom postcard template, you're gonna want to resize your picture with this resize option here in the top left corner, based on the specifics of what size of a template that you want to use. All right. Any questions?
No, that looked pretty easy.
Yeah, it's not terrible. And then I guess the last one, so let's create, I'm gonna do a little social post here. Oh, I don't have any connected profiles. Oh, I might not be able to do that one. I don't have a business account, y'all. And I can't get the Facebook page to connect. Let's see if it'll let me create an ad. Let's do a non-listing. Oh, it's making me link my Facebook page. Let's see. Continue, connect. See if it lets me connect. Ooh, maybe. Oh, it says I'm not an admin. I did try this beforehand. See if I can get into another account. But essentially for the ads, you should just be able to, I don't think there's no sizing issues for the social ads. It's very similar to, it's very similar in the sense that when you create the design, you want to create it from you want to like download the images as a design. So you want to start any sort of social post or social ads. You want to start in the design suite. You want to create a design and you want to create a social post. So it's very similar to kind of the same way we did a smart plan. You just want to make sure that you're using the social post. That way it's getting the correct sizing. So we might do a social story, edit one of these or start blank, and create that graphic there. Now this one does take me to the We brand, which is like kind of the older side. But I think for the most part, you should be able to just download the image and to get it in there. Let me do answers.kw.com is a great resource on some of the things I can't do. So we're going to do campaign social post, create and schedule a social post. So we want to create a campaign. We're going to go to social post here. And you can choose your week or your month from this section. You want to choose which social page that you want to post to. You can do a couple at a time, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All right. You'll see the accounts pop up here. In the content section, you want to type the name of your post. So see, we've got which, you can kind of get the preview on the right side of what all of those are going to look like as you connect to your social post. You want to type your text in the post. Hey everyone, we're having an open house, or we're doing our oyster roast coming up. Da 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 da. There is a limit for your characters. So if you have something, maybe ChatGPT it, tell it your limit, or just keep your text accordingly. And then you want to click that add media section, and you can browse a design. So you can drop an image in there, or you can choose a design from the library that you've already created. It's got a little compliance section. Make sure you put the logos, and then you can schedule the post. So if you're doing like a social post from your like to your personal pages, like to your Facebook, to your Instagram, you can schedule it out to say like, okay, like 2 weeks before this event, I want to start posting. So you can schedule like 6 or 7 posts during that time. If you're doing a paid ad, that'll be an ongoing, that'll be an ongoing one. Let's see, social post campaigns. We're going to do social paid ads. So in the paid ad section, so again, for your personal page, for your social post, and for the paid ad section, it needs to be connected to a Facebook business account. So that's a free feature for you to do, is to create one business page, or to create a business page with these accounts. So there are some great resources again on answers.kw.com, and I'm going to chat that over. kw.com. You want to go where it says campaigns in command. There's a couple different ways to link your accounts. So I'm going to hit create a capture. So we're just going to create a single capture. Make sure, again, your accounts are connected. You want to go to the paid ads. I'm going to click on the single listing or image. You want to pick the account that it's connected with. And this, if you type in the listings that you want to promote, this will allow you to add any listings here. And these will generally just pull from the MLS. And you can select the location of the target there of where you want it to go. You can do, the images can come from the MLS. You can upload your own custom images if you do it off Canva. I will say with these paid ads, we've, in the KW world, they've been seeing a lot of success in the multi-listing image carousel, or just any of the multi-image carousel ones. Because if they skip over the first picture and you're paying for the ad, the person scrolls down a little bit further, it'll rotate the picture. So the ad can show up multiple times, but it'll show up with different pictures. Let me do the non-listing one. So it's very similar, non-listing image carousel. You pick the page that you want it to link to. You pick your target radius, and that can be a postal code or a zip code. And it says you can choose up to 10 locations, which is really fun. So you can target in a couple different places. So you could do maybe not the oyster roast, but maybe you want to advertise someone's like an agent's beach house, or you're like, you have a listing kind of on Isle of Palms or something, and you're like, oh, come dip your toes in the sand with us, or get out of the snow, move to Charleston. You can advertise to a couple like northern areas for it. But you would just upload or select, you would upload a media from your library. So that would pull in from upload and select 2 images, max of 5 images. And so you can upload your images here, add new media, and that's how you can download from Canva by adding to new media. Throw in some emojis, put in a little video. Your lead domain, do you want it to go to a landing page on KW, or do you want it to go to a specific website or a Google form or something? And that's for team accounts if there was any lead routing. DBA compliance, how long do you want the ad to run from? And it'll give you like, you can choose like a budget for how long you want your ad to go for. We're generally seeing that $50 ad budget seems to be a pretty good one. You put in your information. So I think that covers, let's see, so we did paid ads, emails, direct mail is going to be very similar to that design. Some very, very similar to a campaign or a smart plan. You just create it as a email campaign. An email campaign is good for like one-off emails, like think monthly newsletters. A smart plan is good if you're running a system of emails. If you want it to go out, like say like 1 month before, like you're doing a giveaway and you want it to go out like 5 or 6 times throughout the month, a smart plan might be better for that. Whereas a campaign is just like a good one-off email. But they work the same in the sense that you do create the design. I'm going to say oyster roast event, create. I can create my recipient list. So I'm going to say this is database. So you can pick who you want. A campaign is a little bit more specific about who you want it to go to in this, where like you have different lists and you can filter by tag. So say I want my like A clients, B clients. I'm just going to hit my A's and W's here. I can select all my A's and W's, confirm. So that's my database list. Enter the email subject. Join us for our oyster roast. Select the design, and then we can run that. So I can schedule send, which is really fun. You can also save as a draft and schedule it later. So you can see this is be a draft. But that's how you get everything into command. I say for me, I mostly use the email side. Again, create an email design, add new design. You can drop in your like email header. So this will populate your information. I've got my image here. I'm going to do like food drive, save, do my little text block here. And I like too, you can get really creative with these, like columns are super fun. So you can do like a 3x1. So I've dropped in the column and I say, okay, I want the image in this block, and say I'm just going to do this little food one here. And then I want text in this other block and say items we need, do like a little bullet point. Got like little dividers. I can do like a 3 column if I want to like do like say after the food drive, I want to upload like 3 images of agents in the office dropping off food, or like clients dropping off food. I can do those in like 3 sets of pictures. Again, you drop in like the format of how you want it to look, and then you can do like image. I'm going to choose this one. Go back, image, do this one, like image. Yeah. And then I can use this little eyeball, see what it looks like, and kind of gauge if there's anything I need to adjust. Oop, template name can't be blank. Canva class. But yeah, that's kind of that's how it's not hard. The hardest part is kind of downloading everything and kind of setting it up to send. So take time to create it, take time to download it, and build out the way that you want the email to be structured if you're using the email side. And then just setting up either in the smart plan or as a campaign on how you want that to go out.
I just have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the social posts, that's separate from the paid ads. So is there any difference between posting through Command versus scheduling through like Facebook's Meta Business Suite?
No difference. I mean, here it's just if you're looking at command, you kind of see it here, versus if I go into Facebook Business Suite, then I got to open up a whole different system and see what I've scheduled out ahead of time. This way I can kind of see it all in one place.
Okay.
Mhm.
And same thing, I guess, with the paid ads. Is there anything that Command does different than when you just create
So
ads.
yeah, there is a big difference in that in versus here. Because Keller Williams as a whole has partnered with the metaverse on this, the ads get priority. So a personal metaverse paid ad sometimes will get buried, not for any reason other than they just don't prioritize it. Because of the partnership, it is prioritized here, so it's not going to get buried, it's not going to get lost, and it's also less, it costs less per lead through
Okay,
through the command partnership versus your own personal metaverse.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you said that there is data that, is it local data that people have spent about $50 on
Mhm.
a paid ad and gotten
Yeah,
leads
that's
from
what,
it?
yes, Sydney's got those numbers. Sydney's just kind of reiterated that to us as
Okay.
MCTTs. I'm sure I can find the data from her if you were interested in the
Yeah.
hard numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't share like all the statistics. She just said like this is what we're seeing, but I didn't see like the graphs or anything for it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah. we can- Good questions. Any other questions, guys? All right. It was a super short class. I know I booked it out for an hour, but it wasn't super hard unless you guys like had some other stuff that you guys wanted to chat about.
And you're just emailing out this recording to the people who participated or who are here?
I upload it to the YouTube channel.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, okay.
yeah, but I can send it to you guys if you want to.
No, 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 that's fine. That was a good reminder just to go there and download it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have general Canva
sure.
questions,
Sure.
not necessarily in terms of like
Yeah, go for
man,
it.
but it looks like we should be able to create like team access. I think I emailed you about this. I don't know if we figured this out yet. Um,
No, we don't have team access on this. That's just for canva.com. We don't have team access. So like technically in your old Canva, you can create a team. There
right.
is no team access here. It's the KW associates are a team, and that's everyone in the KW world who's logged into this thing.
Right. And so I actually never created a formal team. I just always shared my username and password. Um,
Hmm.
but because like I when I went to create an account, it just populated. I don't see like normal login. So how do I share login information? Or does my assistant need to go into my Canva or like my command and then is there a way to for him to log
Yeah.
in?
So yeah, when I switch like my Canva accounts, like if I were to go into like Vince's account, for example, I'm just gonna exit out of all my Canva pages here. I go to canva.kw.com. It's gonna switch who I log into. So now I'm in Vince's. So when I change my command logins, it changes who I am. The best way that we have found as a team to get to share, and this was only because like we all had access to Tiffany's account and we're all trying to move to our own personal Canva accounts. When
Right.
I'm in my Canva, there's this funky name.
Yeah.
I have to copy this and share it from Tiffany. I had to share from Tiffany's account to my account. And what we ended up doing, because Tiffany was still the owner, and if Tiffany downgrades or for some reason deletes her accounts, will transfer. What I ended up doing, and this might not be the best way, this is what I ended up doing.
Mm-hmm.
In Tiffany's personal account, I changed, oh gosh, Tiffany, oh, Lord. See, this is where the whole like login thing is already lost on me anyway. Tiffany. Oh, come on. What I ended up doing is I ended up sharing, so I went into an image, I shared it, and I said, anyone with the link can view.
Yeah.
Copied this link, I put it all on a little form on this little sheet.
Mm.
I logged out of Tiffany's account, logged into mine, and then opened it and made a copy of everything.
Mm.
And then I shared it. Then I was able to share it to the team, like to Kristen and Kenya and Tiffany. So now in my account, you can see like now it says I'm the owner, but now it's within the KW ones. And like if I were to search for you, Kylie, since you are in the KW Canva,
Mm-hmm.
you're here. And
Right.
this is to your KW Canva. This isn't to your other one. Um, so that's how I did it. Just that
Can
way it
you
was. Oh,
share folders? Because I have like, of course, I have projects created.
yeah,
So I have like events and I have like team admin, market, like I have it all kind of
yeah.
organized and I would prefer that it stay that way. Can you just simply share the whole
Probably. I
project?
haven't probably we haven't we're not super big on folders. I would try it out and try running it with that share that link.
Okay.
I just personally haven't done it because we don't have folders in that
I would
site.
almost want to put everything in one folder, share that one whole folder
Yeah.
to the other one and see if that's like a quick way of
Yeah. And I
and
mean, if you're still planning on keeping your other account and just downgrading it, like if you just share as like the owner, like how Tiffany shared with us initially, like there were some in here and I think I got rid of them because I hid them. Um, but she can still share to our funky Canva emails and she
Mhm,
stays the owner. So that's something you can do too. It just doesn't create that team because if I come here to Tiffany's teams, what it's going to do, it's going to kick me out of this KW Canva
mhm.
into a different folder.
Right.
And
Uh,
that, I don't know how well that works. I've just seen it cause a couple of issues on trying to like get to the command app or the KW thing as
mhm.
far as an app. Um, so that's why we ended up switching it to just be in the KW canvas.
Right. Okay. All right. I'll have to play with that.
Yeah. Took us like 3 weeks to get this worked out.
Yeah.
And this
I
was the best solution I have. There is also the download your designs that I think I shared that with Lynn in the let's see where did it go? I think it's mad at me.
Yeah, I have the
Um
email that you sent that I could forward to Kylie.
Here we go. No, I think I found it. So if you're in your Canva email or Canva account,
Uh-huh.
copy design there's the copy. There was like a way to download. I'll have to find it.
Okay.
Yeah. And Lynn, if you have it on hand, I can go through it and look for it.
Yeah,
But
I'll
yeah,
do that
there,
right now. I'll
thank
literally
you.
followed
Thank
it and
you.
send it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot, a lot. And I would like to downgrade the other account. I was just also hoping that if
Oh, Kylie, you were copied on it. You have the email.
I do.
Yep, I'll re-forward it to you.
Okay.
She
I'm
originally sent it to you, me, and my assistant, Ella.
Oh, okay.
I've resent it to you, so it'll be fresh in your email.
Yeah, Kylie, I think you emailed out the same day. So I was like, oh, let me just copy everyone on the email.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? It's good questions, Kylie. All right, cool. All right, speak now, forever hold your peace, because I think that's it.
Yep, thank you.
All right, awesome.
That was helpful.
All right, awesome. Well, and I'll get this uploaded to YouTube by the end of the day, but thank you guys so much for coming and thank you guys for attending all my stuff. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and enjoy the not rain that is outside.
You too. Thank you again.
Bye.